Okay, so we had 2 cases in the last 2 days where they wanted to state that their spouse will stay on their health insurance plan. And it was interesting that it was 2 cases this week. So what they were trying to do, when one case, the settlement agreement terms they provided to me was that spouse A will keep spouse B on their health insurance until for 3 years past the divorce case. The other one was for 5 years past the divorce case being finalized. And you can't do that. Once your divorce is finalized, the 6 months has passed, and you're officially divorced, you're no longer a dependent and therefore can no longer be on the health insurance of your spouse. And that's nothing you can change by putting it into a settlement agreement. The courts years ago, and I've talked about this before, people said, "Well, can we try it?" And I said, "Sure." And of course, it got rejected because you can't put in something in there that's going against public policy or rules, and that being the dependency issue. So, one thing you can do if you're trying to extend the amount of time you're going to remain on your spouse's health insurance is simply delay the final divorce date. We can do that in a couple of ways. We can just submit it later on. We can make the date of service of the petition further out so the clock doesn't actually start ticking until a certain time period. We've done that in the past where we're trying to maybe not for health insurance purposes, but they want a targeted date of their final divorce date. Sometimes if you have kids and they want to do taxes one more year, this usually happens around April, May. Each year we can target the divorce. We can kind of force it to finalize at a date in the following year by just delaying that jurisdiction date, the date of service of the petition, that will force the 6 months and a day into like January 2nd is what we usually do. But that, as far as health insurance, you cannot remain on there. We cannot put it in the agreement. Let me say it this way: we can't put in the agreement that you're going to cover your spouse, or the spouse is going to remain on health insurance for 3 or 5 years post divorce. But if you end up doing that, I don't know if that's legal, not legal. If you just forget to tell your spouse that, or sorry, you forget to tell the health insurance company that you've been divorced for 3 years. I'm sure, there's people that do that. I don't know what the financial consequences of doing that are. I did a different video last week where I basically it discussed your options as far as Cobra, getting a separate health plan, or even having your spouse pay for your health insurance plan for